Alright guys, I'm back here with you. As you saw in the previous part of the video, we were shelling all the peas, and this is what we've come up with. We've got 9-gallon bags full of shelled peas that are ready to be processed. We normally take all the time we need to shell them. We store them in the refrigerator until we have a big batch, so that we don't have to do this with a bunch of small batches. And I was going to show you real quick the production line that we have here. Obviously I'm going to rinse all of the peas. Peas are low growing to the ground, so therefore they're going to have a lot of dirt and other debris in them, so that needs to go before we process them and put them up to be eaten. Next we're going to blanch them for 2 minutes in boiling water, and that does several things. One of the things that it does is stops the enzymes that are breaking down that food and kind of puts them in a state of limbo, so that we can preserve them for longer. They normally don't last as long without being blanched, and these are peas that we're going to eat all the way till next summer when we get more. And we have more coming from the garden. This is just going to be our first big batch. So we will boil them for 2 minutes, and then they will come here into an ice water bath. What that does is that stops that cooking process and makes them ready to go in the bags and to be frozen. There's several different ways to preserve peas. Obviously you can dry them. We have kept dried peas and beans, but mostly these are going to be used as side dishes. So for the sake of time, considering our busy lifestyles, we would need them to be able to just go in a pan and normally cook while we're doing other things and be used as a side. Also, blanching is a good way to keep the color. It keeps them from getting mushy in the freezer, and they also start losing some of their taste that we've noticed over the years if we don't blanch. So not only do they not keep as long, they're not as high of quality. So yes, this is an extra step, but it's something that we feel improves the quality of the food that we raise. From the ice water bath, they will come over to these towels that I have here on the kitchen table, and that is to do nothing more than to get the excess water off of them before we package them. We package in quart bags. That's about what we, with our family size, use for a side dish and when we prepare a meal. So that's the way that we will package them. And yeah, there's a lot of work coming up, a lot of work involved, but it's going to be worth it in the end. And we need to get these processed so that I can move on to peppers and tomatoes, and there's still more peas in the garden to go. So busy time of year, and I'll bring you back when I get them processed and show you how many they made. Alright guys, just bringing you an update of the finished product here after we blanched these peas and cooled them back down and packaged them back up. It ended up making 28 quarts of peas. We're happy with that for a first picking. There's more in the garden to go, so I'm ready to pick now. And we will keep adding to this as it goes along. So that's a real good first start. This is just the way we like to do it, the way that we like to package it, for the way that we like to eat it as a family. So stay with us as we continue to harvest from the garden and show you what we do with it. And see you next time here at Butler Farms.